Here, my friends out here in Okinawa, it's currently the morning of the 9th of August, 2020, and this is a look at our tropical storm now named Jangmi, which, by the way, I know a lot of you are going to look straight at this convection here, and that is definitely the worst of the storm. But I do want to point out something that is very key. See the low-level circulation? You actually see the little swirl right in there on visible satellite imagery. That is where the center of our storm is. Now, what's happening is we have an abundance of vertical wind shear coming in from the west, dry air filtering in from the north, and that is allowing for all that convection to tilt off towards the right. Now, what does that simply mean? I don't expect any significant intensification to come out of this, but all of this convection's not going away, though, and that is all screaming right towards the island of Okinawa here throughout the day on your Sunday. Take a look at the official track. You might think, whew, we're out of the woods. This thing's passing well towards the west of the island. That's true, but the low-level center is very exposed. All the convection is there just towards the east. So let's talk about some of the main impact. The max winds, which are going to be about 3 to 9 p.m. JMA's forecast about 5 to 6 inches of rainfall, and also some dangerous waves, especially along the southern and eastern sides of the island. By the way, just for reference, I did not pull that information out of nowhere. I'm getting it straight from JMA. This here showing those winds upwards of 20 meters per second. That's about 40 to 45 miles per hour. Taking a look at in total on Okinawa Honto of 150 millimeters of rainfall, which is about 5 to 6 inches in total. So that's just kind of where I'm getting this general information from for the max of the worst of the weather as this travels over the southern Japanese island. And while I'm making this here on your Sunday morning, already winds have been reported upwards of 26 meters per second right around 6 a.m. 26 meters per second is about 58 miles per hour. So these storms that are on the right side of that center of circulation are sure capable of producing some pretty foul weather. So let's walk through our timeline here, when those max winds are going to be, and all throughout the duration of these max winds, remember that you're seeing rainfall upwards about 1 to 2 inches per hour in those heavier rain bands. Taking a look here, this is by Sunday noontime JST. Center circulation is just starting to move in from the south, but you see those max winds starting to creep in from the south of Okinawa here. Then as we scoot ahead a little bit more, there we go. We got those gusts coming on shore. These are winds upwards of 20 to 30 meters per second. That is enough to really toss things about out here. I can't stress that enough, especially along the southern portions of the island. If you look closely, though, the winds are a little bit less on the northern shore of Okinawa Honto. That is simply because of friction just working here. But on the eastern shore, you still have those lines in the red. This is a very high-resolution JPV JMA model. Very good at depicting some of that low-level friction. As this pushes by, though, about 3 to 5 p.m., we're still seeing those winds come in, and then they start to veer in from the southwest, and eventually from the west as we get ahead a little bit later in the day. By 21 to 2200, we start to see the winds taper off just a bit. But if we rewind back here, the worst of it probably going to be about 3 to 5 p.m. as that low-level center passes just towards the east, and you get those heavier bands coming on shore. Eventually, our storm will travel towards the north, get wrapped up with this stationary front, basically stretching from eastern China across Korea, associated with the jet stream, and that will tear it up and pull it off over Hokkaido with improving conditions behind it somewhat. But you still have this moisture inflow, so do expect some continued rainfall, not only there, but even across the Philippines. Anyways, I know I've had some questions about this storm, so I just wanted to help you guys out and give you some information. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, though, I always appreciate that feedback. Yeah, hopefully this just quick update helps you out, gets you prepared as those winds start to pick up.